take a little walk down into the underbelly of streaming, where hope is cheap, but it's all we have. We ain't got the fancy things that the big streamers got. We just got ourselves, each other, and the loyal few who follow us. We all got dreams, but when will they come true? Sometime, baby. Sometime. Welcome to the Sometime Show.
Hello, everyone. I am Zargram Zanders. Welcome back to the Sometime Show. Today we have a new guest, and I'm going to open things up right away with a classic question I ask every guest is, hello there, who are you and where are you from?
Oh boy. I am a salty rat. Otherwise known as Commander Samuel Black, and I am from the meat self is from Florida, now Virginia, right? And the other self is broadcasting from your local arm of the galaxy. How you doing?
I am doing pretty good. I was able to do some writing today. I was able to do some of this and that. So I'm pretty jazzed. I've been looking forward to this interview because I love running these talk shows.
Yeah.
All right. So, first question. I tend to ask some basic structured questions, but sometimes we ask, and then we just go from there. The first question I ask is, what got you into streaming?
Oh God. So I actually started streaming about 10 years ago, believe it or not. I just got started in streaming because I was trying to do YouTube. I had actually made a rant channel at one point in time.
Oh my God, I used to watch those.
So it was vlogging. It was actual real space vlogging, talking and all that sort of thing about nonsense and whatever. But on my end, I eventually said, you know what? I kind of like the live interaction a little bit more, and my vlogs don't really go anywhere. So I decided to try something a little bit different. So I started messing around with, what is it called? I started messing around with vlogging and a bunch of other things. Got into streaming, and that eventually led me to go and say, you know, rats are kind of nice. Everybody needs a mascot.
Totally.
Anyway, right now,
Wait, what?
Anyway, I'm a furry now. I was like, rats are pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. No judgment here. I have no room to judge that.
No, we're not judging. Don't worry about it.
All right. Okay. So, the follow-up question is, what sorts of challenges or obstacles have you faced, in your streaming career?
Oh God, actually, so there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff that had happened. Early on, I was just trying to kind of figure out my vibe, aesthetically and all that. So
I hear they come with instruction manuals.
No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately, and not this vibe. Unfortunately, I had to build this with a box, an Allen wrench coming straight from IKEA.
Oh boy!
But a lot of it was just trying to figure out the nitty gritty of what kind of vibe I actually want out of the stream. All right, so I went from like Miami Heat, retro wave kind of stuff to now we went to Space Pirate. We're developing lore and a bunch of other stuff, but just trying to figure out what games I actually enjoy and what I can play for a long time while keep interacting with my guests and people around. Nowadays it's just trying to figure out how I can broaden my horizons, do different things rather than just the normal, the normal, hey, I'm chatting to you right now, I'm real kind of stuff.
I get you.
Yeah.
Let me close some of these apps I got in the background just to make sure that we can probably get the frame rate up. Okay, so I gotta ask you, so you're looking to broaden your horizons. Do you have any kind of projects that you want to plug or any kind of things coming up that you wanted to talk about?
Oh, okay, ooh, we're starting this early. So, I've decided that I am no longer waiting for permission from Twitch. I'm no longer waiting for permission from Twitch to make a stream team. No, unfortunately, that is a broadcast thing. Don't worry about it, Luna. Yeah, let me go and get into it. So the whole shtick of it that we're doing is we are building a stream team, a pseudo stream team, unofficial. It's not on Twitch. You're not going to have a tag on it and all that. But I'm going to be focusing on aesthetic and content and theming. Overall, I noticed a lot of stream teams. I think I was Wild Abandon. I was a part of Wild Abandon at one point in time before that collapsed. That was a primarily furry stream team that was great. It was a great introduction to streaming, and I got a lot of help from them. But the community wasn't as tight knit as I think a stream team should be.
Really?
Yeah, it really wasn't. No one really talked to each other. But of course, at the time that I joined, I think the people who were streaming, right, on Twitch.tv, that were actively streaming and stuff like that, numbered in like the 50 to 60, right? So it was hard for everyone to kind of come together.
Wow.
So with what I'm calling the Pirates of the Never Ever, we are going to be a lot more tight knit. I'm going to be focusing on not only streamers, but artists and writers and voice actors and fully designed artists to kind of have a much more healthy ecosystem for creatives.
So it sounds like what you're describing is kind of what a lot of voice actors in the early 2000s were going for with production houses. For instance, the cast of voice actors who dubbed the Toonami, or the English dub of Cowboy Bebop, also did Ace Combat 5. You'll hear a lot of crossover with voice actors. So would you say that what you're trying to form is a bit comparable to that of a production house?
Yes, actually, that would be a really a lot closer of what I'm trying to do. The Pirates of the Never Ever is a full creative suite. We're going to be assisting one another. We're going to be patronizing. The two important things about it. Two really important things about it. Right. One, no AI. Fuck that.
Right.
No AI use whatsoever. We are going to be 100% human made, right? The second thing with that is that we are going to be. I'm going to ensure that anyone who does creative work that requires a little bit more than. Just hey, I contributed this little sound clip. Have fun with it, kind of nonsense. Everyone's going to be compensated. Everyone's going to be. We're going to patronize our artists and make sure that they're taken care of too. So That's like a huge thing for me.
That sounds really cool. Actually, I would ask you some of the more boilerplate questions because now you got me curious. Because I used to do stuff in business. Because I'd be interested in what you're organizing under and how exactly you want to set up your financing. But I imagine you probably want to keep that under wraps for now, right?
Oh, so right now we're a bunch of small streamers, right? I have always had like an emergency fund, like a backup fund. This is all personal finance stuff, so like it doesn't really matter anything. But I've always had a backup fund at one point in time that was very much focused on, hey, what can I do right now? And when I was a little bit less like strapped for cash, that emergency gaming fund was usually used to go and make sure that, oh, one of my friends is playing World of Warcraft right now, but is okay. Yeah, here's a membership. I don't care anymore. Here's a game card, right? Oh, you want to play a video game, but you ain't got that? Here you go. But I'm gonna keep a fund that we'll use to go ahead and develop our streamers under the same kind of vibe. So like we'll have 3D artists and traditional artists doing reference sketches. And regardless of who's paying them, they're going to get paid. Right? That's really just what it boils down to. Now, obviously, as a person with a full-time job, right, and expenses, and Twitch not being my full expense, like Twitch doesn't pay me. Like full transparency, Twitch probably develops 150 a month, which is pretty good. It's good. Right, and that's great for like basic budget stuff, right? But any leftover cash, if somebody needs like a new ref sheet or something like that, that's going to be budgeted in, and we're going to go and push that through kind of as quickly as possible. Cool. I'm going to very much depend on, like, we're not going to put on any extra debt. The stream team will be obviously free. So, like, I'm not going to go and charge people or, like, expect some sort of, like, guild fee to go and be a part of it. but we're lifting each other up. That's the entire point of it.
Right, it's a cooperative. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, you got it.
That's cool. Okay. So let's see. I've asked you how you started. I've asked you what kind of challenges you've overcome. And I believe we've already basically answered what kind of goals you wanted to achieve. Now, let me ask you this. So why don't we talk about your avatar right now? What's the lore of your character, and what's the design of like, and who's the artist as well?
Oh, of course. So the baseline model, this is not a custom avatar, right? For the sake of it, the texturing was done custom by I don't know what they're going by now, because they recently got into, of all things, Sonic. They got super obsessed with Sonic, so their username may have changed. But the texture art was done by a friend of mine from Second Life, believe it or not.
Oh my God, you play Second Life?
We're fucking back. We're talking
Oh
about
my
Second
God,
Life.
yes. I played Second Life too. I have a friend who got really into Sonic stuff too.
Yeah, exactly. And yes, as I think someone mentioned, Burkina mentioned that Sonic stuff is an easy way to get into 3D. So we're on it. And oh God, we have a lot of people talking about Second Life now. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Whoa. But Glowing Growler did the texture design work, the recolor, and added the horns and the ponytail too. This is the Murdoch model that you can usually find on like the VR chat store or elsewhere, like Gumroad and stuff like that. It's a really, really solid model actually. So
cool. That's awesome.
This is how it is.
Okay, so we're talking about your model. So how about your character, your persona, your avatar, as it were? So who is a Salty Rat?
Sure. So, a Salty Rat, right? Real name Samuel Black. We are Samuel Black was a gunnery sergeant. This is future space age sci-fi kind of stuff, right? Gunnery sergeant for the Solar Federation Navy, right? Which is a alliance between synthetics, humans, and Vatborn. In this case, I'm a Vatborn.
That's a term they use in Space Station 13. How interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's a great term. It explains exactly what this boy is.
Yeah.
Right. But it's for people who may not be known, Vatborn is they created this boy, right? The Grim in a vat, and then popped him out, and then trained him and educated the guy. There's like a classification system on writing lore right now for all the backstory stuff and all that, which I'm really excited about. Putting it out incrementally. But the gist of it, right, so that he was a gunnery sergeant for the Navy ship, the Armature, which was this massive artillery-based battlecruiser.
Oh,
right.
Salty, I think you just got raided.
Yeah, we did get raided. I was... listen, I'm the guest here. Hi, Raiders. How you doing, Ricky? How you doing, Merc? Ricky Star Chinchilla is a very cool dude. Love having him around. They're big into like retro gaming and all that. So, what are we playing? What are we up to? But, well, I'll go and take a peek at chat and make sure that's all taken care of. You did your first art stream. Hot shit.
Hey,
that's awesome.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Okay, long and short of it, right, without getting into the nitty-gritty, this guy was a tactical sergeant who was focused on where to fire. The ship has this huge artillery cannon, and so fire the gun.
I'll refrain from making a joke when you said huge artillery cannon. Okay, yeah, keep going.
Listen, I'm a furry. I know what you're going to talk. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I know my U621 tags are very much telling.
Keep going.
Okay. But basically, it was strategy, fire the gun, right? Broadcast strategic changes to the rest of the fleet. Turn back around, fire the gun. It was a very slow process. But during a pirate raid, it was an anti-pirate maneuver. He had realized that there was no way that he could go ahead and there was no victory that wasn't going to be Pyrrhic in this this maneuver that he was supposed to do.
Is it like Pyrrhic or Pyrrhic?
I don't know. I always Pyrrhic. It is Pyrrhic because it's not PHY. Yeah, excuse me. It was going to be a Pyrrhic victory. They're going to lose a lot of ships. They're going to lose a lot of men, and I do not, like sugarcoat this, right? Sam was a coward. 100% a coward, right? He had
Uh-oh.
an anxiety attack, right?
Ooh, I can relate to
And
that. Oh god,
he had,
anxiety sucks.
he had anxiety attack. He had an anxiety attack, right? And his commander kept ribbing on him. You know, we need a firing solution now. We need you to go and fire a shot now. And he couldn't get the numbers down. The projected death toll was something in like the 8,000s or something like that,
Ouch.
right? And he didn't like that. He didn't want that smoke. And he got up, he decided, all right, I'm gonna go and do the best firing solution to prevent death. So he stood up from his chair, drew his sidearm, and shot his commander 5 times in the back.
Okay, that might come up tomorrow. You might get an email over that.
That's understandable. Don't worry about that. So we're a mutineer. We are a pirate. We took the armature. It's now the Never Ever. And the reason why it's called the Never Ever is when the rest of the fleet retreated, right? Because the armature inflicted a serious bit of damage to the flagship of the fleet. They stayed behind. The pirate side contacted them, said, we're not going to fire upon you, right? You obviously did something there and you're not going to be welcome back, but are you ever going to go back to Solfed, right? And the response was, oh, never ever.
I get it now. I get it. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so
But that's a long and short of it.
So you clearly you're into science fiction and fantasy, which I can totally.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Oh, bears!
Who just threw a bunch of stuff at me?
Low poly cannon. That's neat.
Thank you for following. Ow. Anyway, so it seems that you're into sci-fi fantasy. I remember when we were setting up that we were talking about how you like Skaven from Warhammer.
Oh, absolutely.
So I have a question for you then. If you were to make the Skaven for Warhammer 40k, since you like sci-fi, what would you change about them in order to adapt them to that?
Oh God. Okay, so that's a damn good question. To be honest, they've already gotten a lot of the Skaven in Warhammer Fantasy already has a lot of the workings for a Warhammer 40k race. Right, obviously just tech them up a little bit. We already have the warlock. I forgot his name, but the dude who goes in and has like guns and.
I just had a brainwave.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm brainwaving you right now.
Wait! I just realized. Imagine this: Skaven with chain fangs.
That's scary. That's scary. I mean, they already have tail weapons. That's a real thing. They have tail blades and stuff like that, so that's less of a thing. But one of the so I imagine it would be more engineers, more warp block engineers. Weapons obviously get scaled up and all that, right? I mean, shoot, even the have you played Total Warhammer at all, like the second one specifically and all that?
No, but I have seen some gameplay footage here and there.
So there, bit of a spoiler for the campaign. Right, bit of a spoiler for the Skaven campaign, but this is a 10-year-old game by now, so I guess it doesn't matter. But the spoiler for the campaign, the entire inciting incident that made everyone start fighting was the twin-tailed comet, right? And it was this big rock that shot through the sky, right? That was meant to bring about the end times, right? And that kicked everything into high gear. As it turns out, that was a false flag. That was a false flag. The Skaven launched a rocket. It was a rocket. That's all it was. Oh, hey, how you doing? Die. Hold on, I'm killing this man. Gone.
Oh, wait, the guy's
We had
yeah.
a bot. We had a bot. I got him killed.
Thank you.
But yeah, just up him up a little bit. Give him a little bit of a fight. You know, do some punching, right? And then of course give him warp tech. But I think the big problem that I'd be surprised about is that Skaven and 40k orcs kind of encompass the same like theming. It's all junk tech and weird stuff, right? Like the orcs already have weird boys and a bunch of other things that they didn't have in the fantasy thing. So if you were to add Skaven into Warhammer 40k, you would be causing kind of like a theming conflict with two races being really, really similar to each other. But I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
We seem to have
Skaven.
a question from the audience here.
I got a Skaven question. Since all female Skaven are huge monsters, does mean all straight Skaven have a giantess fetish? Yes. Yes, absolutely.
I mean, did you guys see what happened when Resident Evil 8 came out and everyone and their mother stopped what they were doing, called sick from work so they could play, just so they could have giant vampire mommy bully them?
Oh, she was so big. Oh.
Right? I mean...
She was so large. I love that.
I know, right?
Obviously, I have a preference.
I mean, the people who made that game knew
game.
exactly what they were doing when they made a 7-foot-tall Hajichaki-sama knockoff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's not only learning to that hard. Her dress did not need to be sheer. but Capcom certainly fucking did it, didn't he?
So we got someone, we got Luna Cinder saying, Skaven and Beastmen are both already in Warhammer 40k. They are valued members of the Imperial Guard since mutants. I didn't know that.
So there's a bit of a misnomer because there are abhumans in the
Right.
Imperium,
Right.
And the big boys are Ogren. Especially gotten a lot more attention because of Darktide. You get these huge boys, big men, right?
Right.
But the Ogren are the big boys, right? And a lot of people think because there's a small part of abhumans called I think it's called Ratmen, right? Or rat scuttlers or something like that. I don't know. They have some sort of weird name for them. They're not actually rats. They're just like halflings. They look like halflings, right? No, but they are the scariest snipers in existence.
Oh, more than a Vindicator?
I mean, Vindicator. I'm talking about naturally.
Oh, okay.
Right, like a ratling will go ahead and pop up on a hill, right, and be able to take down an officer from 2 kilometers away without a scope. That kind of like scary.
Wow.
Yeah, like they're crazy. Give them a bolt gun and someone's gonna die, and they didn't even know they were there.
Nice.
Right. For all intents and purposes, because they recently just put it back into it. Right, because they just recently put it back into it. Recent being within the last 5 years. We got dwarves again.
Yeah, we did the Voltan.
The Voltan's back, and those guys are also abhumans.
Really, they're affiliated with the Imperium?
Yeah, they are Imperium. They're abhumans, but they're a lot more broken away from the Imperium, right? But long and short of it, the Imperium has a bunch of weird little freaks because they sent a bunch of people to different planets and they had to just make do.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the gist.
Follow up to all this Skaven talk. Are you able to do the Skaven voice for us?
We have a redeem on the stream specific for Skaven voice.
I gotta hear it.
So, do you want a Skaven slave or like a black fur?
I'm impartial. Just whatever. Okay. Wait. Better yet. Let's do it improv style. I'm going to give you a prompt, and you're going to react as a Skaven. How's that?
That's funny. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. A Skaven just landed in a resort town and is trying to hail a cab.
No way.
1, 2, 3, go.
I can't get one of these yellow beasts to please! Is Skaven's too short? My money's is still good!
Are you okay?
I really enjoy Skaven.
Don't die on us. It sounds like you're about to pass out.
Oh no, yeah, no, it's absolutely murder on my voice.
Okay.
But for the sake of it, we
okay, Squeaker.
Okay, Squeaker.
Yeah,
Run, mouth. More about Warpstone. Yes, Warpstone. Yes. Squeaker, mind the Warpstone. Yes.
Stupid round here hasn't seen the rat cat yet. Give me your fucking money.
Mun, give Mun so I get rat cat. Rat cat need muns. Muns need cat. Give. Yes.
Yeah, you get the vibe. And then like you can do the VA for Throt. That's really good.
Who's that? Who's Throt?
Throt the Unclean. He's so every Skaven faction, every clan has kind of like a theming to them.
I'm looking up a picture right now.
Yeah, he's got 3 arms. You'll know if he's big, fat, and has 3 arms. You'll know you got the right guy. But Throt the Unclean, he does genetic mutations. Like he mutates his troops and all that.
Oh, kind of like what's his name? What's that guy with the Emperor's Children, who is all about cloning and bio shit? Oh god, what is his name? No, not Sebastian. Oh god, he's balding. He actually is somehow an atheist, even though he serves a warp god.
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Oh, what is his name? I don't know. But okay, yeah. So keep going. You were saying?
Yeah. Throt's entire vibe is he got cursed by elves to be hungry forever.
Ouch.
Yeah, so he's hungry forever, and the only way to break the curse is for him to consume the queen, one of the queens of the elves.
Phrasing.
No, it's straight up Vor. He's gonna
Fabius Bile, thank you.
Fabius. Someone got
Fabulous Bile.
Fabulous Bile. That sounds like a text-to-speech device.
I loved that show.
Bile.
I fucking loved If the Emperor had text-to-speech device.
For the sake of it, I'm glad it's dead because now we have Hunter the Parenting.
Yeah, I can kind of understand.
Text-to-speech died, so Hunter the Parenting can run.
I love that part in Hunter the Parenting. Wait, where he gets bitten by a vampire. And he says, "It's a good thing I should have absolutely fucked on DMT." And then you just see the vampire's pupils dilate. He's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. It's very, 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 very good. Very fantastic. Really love that shit. Made with a female. I mean, you can just fuck. I don't think Skaven care. I think you just get it done. There's a question about gay sex for Skaven. I was like, buddy, those rats are gay, gamer.
Okay, you already know that there's gonna be a warpstone dildo among the Skaven.
Oh yeah, no, some gray seer out there. Some gray seer out there is gonna look really uncomfy while he's making his speech. I'm sure of it.
I wish my mod was here for this because he loves the Skaven. Where the hell is Tarth? I need.
We're killing men out here, gamers. Oh god, my eyes.
20 grams of warpstone is 20 grams of warpstone. Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
What's heavier? 100 grams of feathers or 100 grams of warpstone?
That's easy. It's the steel, because the steel is heavier than feathers.
I think about that all the time.
Hang on. Let me go wake up this guy.
Yell at your mod, gamer. See, like, most of my mods are just, like, people who watch all the time, so I know, like, hey, wanna be a mod?
Yeah, my channel's pretty dinky. I gotta knock on doors if I want people to show up to my streams.
You gotta scream at them. Understandable. So I do that a little bit.
Hang on a second. Because Tarth is gonna hate that he missed this. Anyway, okay.
We got a fucking space
So
skate.
I guess it makes a whole lot of sense that you're into the Skaven, as you are a Florida man.
Oh, absolutely. I'm a terrible little beast.
So I gotta hear, what is the craziest shit you've seen in Florida?
God, we lived in, like, for the most part, for the most part,
Sorry, time out. I just read what Marcus posted.
Commander General Leader died from warpstone plug-in butt plug.
Why is that making? Why is that making? Fuck.
Fucking up the host. Damn, my audience is killing you. Good.
Well, you guys, you got your audience is like posting every like minute or so. I'm lucky if my guys they'll post at the beginning and then they'll just kind of go quiet.
No, they're listening. They're listening. Your boys are listening, boy.
I guess
That's how
so.
it goes.
What? As you were saying?
No, I gotta. God, what were we actually talking about? Florida man, that was
Right.
it. So like, I actually grew up in like more affluent parts of Florida, right? For the sake of it, like, so like it was just it sucked because it was controlled by like really rich old dudes that never worked a day in their life.
Leathery
But-
skin,
Leathery skin.
really wrinkly. They wear these weird shirts and shorts. They have girlfriends that are way too young for them. They have a suspicious amount of money, but they never talk about how they got it. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's just one of those things. But but before when I was a little baby, when I was little small baby rat, I actually did live in a couple of different places. I'll dox myself a little bit because this is.
hello? Oh no. Hello?
Oh, no,
Are you still with us?
Yeah, we're still with you. Hello.
Okay. I thought I lost you there.
No, we just had a little bit of a hiccup.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So I lived in an area. I'll dox myself a little bit because you're never gonna find me. I haven't lived in Florida in like 5 years, and I haven't lived in these places in more than 20, right? But I used to live in two little places called Goodland, Florida, Marco Island, Florida, and Chokoloskee, Florida, right? Chokoloskee. If you were to ask anyone who lived there, hello, Dura. If you were to ask anyone who lived there, you would go ahead and say, "Oh, hi. Yeah, Chokoloskee the most famous part of Chokoloskee was the fact that family trees there are about as straight as telephone poles." Yeah, exactly. Chuckle fuck Florida. That's how it feels. That's about right. But I guess the wildest thing, other than the usual, like I saw a man fight an alligator, right? We had one medical emergency in Chokoloskee, where a kid decided to go ahead and drag himself behind a golf cart going like 30 miles an hour through a grass field. Turns out it wasn't all glass. His shirt was gone. His shirt was gone. He had like lacerations and stuff like that, and he said he'd do it again in a heartbeat.
What the hell?
The other side of things, for the sake of it, the other side of things is that our good friends, Chokoloskee has a very interesting story, right? And this is like real lore history, but evidently they have a festival in Chokoloskee for an event that never happened.
What?
that only half happened, I should say.
So it's the headcanon town.
It's the headcanon town. So, Toch Brown is a famous Florida man, right? At least in the small area that we lived, and he owned a bit of the land out there, and he was one of them good old boys. The Brown family, the same Brown family that Brown County is named after, for the sake of it, right? The Brown family has like a little bit of a rebellious streak in it, the yeehaw built into them.
Oh
right?
boy!
And they have a festival, and it's a reenactment every year of an event that is only half true. The true part is that Toch Brown found out that the local general store was dodging taxes, right? And for the tax man back then, this was like in the 50s, so like if you're gonna go anywhere in Florida, it's gonna be a 3-day boat trip, that kind of nonsense, right? For the tax man to go ahead and make his quota, he taxed everyone else a little bit more, right? And you ask any good old Southern boy, absolutely fucking not, right? So Toch Brown broke into the went ahead and jimmied into the general store and dumped $3,500 worth of outboard engines into the bay next to the general store. I just like broke into the store, dumped everything into the ocean. If you go to the dock where the general store is now, which is now a museum, the outboard engines are still there. They didn't move them. They're still in there.
Hell? Oh my god.
Right.
Okay.
So the part that didn't happen, right, because Toch Brown continued to live ad infinitum, right, as far as I'm aware, right, he's dead now, but, you know, he lived well past this, is that the tax man, I don't know, at this point, the details get fuzzy, the tax man tried to go ahead and claim that Toch Brown was a kid diddler, right, and Southern folks don't like that, so they just a bunch of dudes with shotguns basically shot Toch Brown dead underneath the general store, which was on stilts. That never happened. The shooting never happened, but they do a reenactment every year.
What the hell?
using shotgun planks. It's really
crazy.
goddamn loud and very, very funny. But
Holy
if you ever wanted like some, if you ever wanted some fried bread and mullet, that's a great time to do it.
That's
because I got
awesome.
it there.
Dude, that is awesome.
I fucking shot him dead.
Oh
So the
my
event never happened. None of that happened.
Wow. Gotta admire
Oh,
the commitment to the bit. I agree, Bricky Mara.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. Okay. So, okay, on that interesting note, let me see if I got a crazy story.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, okay. One time in high school, I was just walking through the commons area, and one of these guys asks me, hey, Zark, what was the craziest thing you ever did? And I just think for a second, I'm like, oh, I know what it was. Scuba diving without a license. That was a crazy day when I went scuba diving with my sister, and neither of us were certified. Holy crap.
Neither of us. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, we did go in beneath 20 feet, but that was a weird thing, because here's what happened. We were at some kind of resort in the Yucatan Peninsula, near Cancun, and we were just walking around, and we happened across this lagoon, and it turns out that there wasn't a point for a scuba diving session, but those people never showed up. So our parents allowed us to go scuba diving without any real training, with these guides, and just go around the lagoon a bit. It was awesome, and I was in middle school at the time, and we come to this one part after going under this mangrove swamp, and we come to this cave underwater, and I look inside and it's all cool and stuff like that. Then I turn around and my sister is behind me, and the tank on my back knocks her into the cave. I get pushed back, and my sister's looking up thinking it's so cool, and she gets pulled out by the guide, because as anyone can tell you that being in a cave of any size with scuba gear is extremely dangerous.
Yeah,
so
no, you don't fuck with that. Absolutely not.
Oh my god. Also, there were barracudas in the lagoon too, but that's just
Don't wear anything shiny. They'll just take your finger off.
right. But oh my god, that was an interesting day. Oh man.
We lived in the water for ages when I was a kid, so that was a huge thing. We didn't do any scuba diving, but we did snorkeling and stuff like that, and we did fishing, obviously, because you live in Florida. You gotta pull. Everyone's got 7 rods in their house if they live anywhere near the water.
Oh, I didn't know you were polyamorous.
No. You're fucking funny. I like
Gotcha.
you.
Gotcha. Fucking gotcha.
7 poles in the house. God, I wish. God, I wish I was that lucky.
Yeah, they just have them just 3 times. It gives you a 21 gun salute. Hey.
Hey, yo. I like this freak.
I might be a little bit. I had a Red Bull earlier, so I actually have energy, and I'm not just passing out today.
Yeah, no, I'm blast. I chugged 2 energy drinks before I went to the gym and all that.
Oh, you're from Florida. You can admit that you took cocaine. Come on.
Oh, no, okay. Listen, now you're not from deep South Florida. It's meth. The meth is our.
Oh, okay.
Get it
Redneck
right.
booger
Get
sugar.
it
Got
right.
it.
Yeah. If you think for a moment, moon sugar, thank you. If you think for a moment that you think buddy, I'm from down South Florida. I can't afford cocaine. That's a rich man's business. Ain't no way.
Yeah, fair enough. In one of the counties I used to live in, it ended up becoming the crystal meth capital of the whole state. So yeah, it's redneck rock candy is what it is.
Oh, you were in Broward. Okay, gotcha.
No, I wasn't. No, I used to live in Ohio.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you were talking about Florida. I was
No,
Broward County. Yeah, okay,
I'm from the other state no one wants to go to.
Yeah. Well, Ohio's not interesting. That's why they have to do meth.
Dude, oh.
There's nothing out in. I hope you like corn and meth, because that's how you're gonna get out there.
Yeah. Oh, I got a crazy story for you. So 1 year after I had finished college, I was doing some odd jobs for this one teacher at a community college. He wanted me to do some garden work at his a little farm thing. Okay, whatever. So I go out there. I drive out there, and he wants me to clip weeds. I'm thinking, okay, he must have like a weed whacker or something, right?
The usual thing, yeah.
Nope. He says, oh, I don't like to use weed whackers, therefore you can use these hedge clippers to trim the weeds around these barns, this house, and this Quonset hut. So I'm bent over in this hot sun of the summer, clipping all of these weeds around every single building he has. And we're not done yet. While I'm doing this, I see that his barn is like leaning a whole lot. And he said, yeah, don't go in the barn, but just trim around the barn. I'm like, okay, don't go in the barn. Yeah, maybe because it's condemned or something.
Understandable.
A different time that I went there, I saw these like well-dressed Latin dudes standing near the barn. And I was like, oh, what's this about? And the guy went to go talk to them. Like, okay, that's kind of odd. That seemed kind of suspicious to me. This was before cannabis was legalized in my state. Anyway,
of course.
A different day, while I'm clipping all the weeds around these buildings, I get approached by people who live on the property, who I guess, lease or who rent from this guy. And they say, hey, man, I asked him for some water, and they say, oh, yeah, we got some water. Here you go. Do you want some weed, too? You can smoke some with us. And I say, no, I'm sorry, guys. I got to stay hydrated. But I realized in hindsight, because that was the last I worked with him. After I realized, oh god, he obviously had a grow operation in the barn, right?
Yeah,
and
definitely.
It was before it was made legal, and he was obviously helping distribute stuff. Because, by the way, it turned out this guy not only worked for like a a multi-level marketing thing for like insurance or some crap. Yes.
Oh my god.
And he was high ranking in it too. He also was a diamond trader.
Holy shit. Oh, country boys make do, I guess.
I am so glad I turned my back on this guy. I got my pay and got the fuck out of there.
You gotta get. I mean, I feel like you left out a pretty decent business partner there.
Buddy, I'm not.
Listen, the underlings don't do shit. What's up?
Yeah, it should be crazy though, man.
No, that's
there was another time I was invited to like a fur pile. Like, okay, so I wanted to.
What a wild fucking sentence transition. Continue.
Right. So I was like socializing with some furry groups in like my state. I'm thinking, hey guys, I'm here to make some friends and hang out, kind of thing. And I go and meet with some of them at a mall, and we talk over on Telegram. And then I say, oh, there's a party on New Year's Eve. Okay, that sounds kind of fun. Okay, maybe I might go to that, because I'm juggling different options. Because for one, like my Masonic Lodge was having a New Year's party, and this group was having a New Year's party. And I decided to go to the Masonic one for my friend, because that one was a lot more sane. But this one, I find out, turns out to be a fur pile. And I didn't really know what that was at the time. It turns out, yes, it was a giant orgy party. And they were going to have a whole BDSM set up in the and this is a tiny house they have this in, like one of those old 1950s houses in those like grid neighborhoods. So they said they wanted to keep things separate in this dinky house. I'm thinking, how the hell are you going to keep an orgy in the basement separate from everything else? You are going to smell and hear everything.
I'm not going to smell shit. Brick wall gamer.
It's in the basement, buddy.
Oh, so like everyone's in the basement, or like
no? It takes up the whole house because the whole house is tiny. But I'm thinking,
gotcha.
But I'm like, okay, one, I'm in real life, I'm hetero, but also I didn't want to get gonorrhea.
Oh, understandable.
So I'm like, that was not a day I wanted to go. That was not something I wanted to go to. But then that was like earlier the same year, or earlier. Before I went to a furry convention that, like, every year has some asshole calling a bomb threat.
Oh, of course. No, that's every year.
Yeah. Oh, my God. So...
Just a little stint at the sex dungeon.
Just a little stint. Just a little kink. Just a little kink. We could just tie some leather around Salty's horns right there and just, have him pull a chariot.
Listen, everyone keeps saying they're gonna go and hang me up on my horns somewhere. I'm like, that's rude. That's rude. I'll kill you.
Well, if not the horns, then at least the ponytail.
No, something like that. Like truth be told, I've been invited to an orgy once before, and I basically said, I don't know what I'd do. I spurt my brogurt, and then we're just basically done for the rest of the evening. Okay, I'll just pass out water. Okay, I had my fun. Bye.
Don't forget Gatorade.
Yeah, I'll be the emotional support.
Oh my god, you could relabel all the Gatorade bottles as Gay-Torade. Oh my god, I just realized you could do that. Oh my god.
pals and bottled water. Honestly, I think that's what I'd probably like to see. I just watch all this. Like, wow, they're really doing it out there. I'm not interested in getting into the competitive ranked sex market. Like, dude, I have enough of a problem with World of Warcraft.
You fuck either for fun or for glory.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Oh my god. Okay. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about Skaven and then Florida Man. Okay. Oh god, where the hell were we? Oh, okay. So I have it on my notes here that you kind of like 1980s anime.
Oh yeah, yep.
Hey, Spiper. I am so glad you came in only just now. You missed the weird part of the conversation.
Yeah, congratulations. You missed the talk about orgy and cock. and weed. And the secret weed farm.
Right. Anyway, so, okay. What's your favorite kind of anime, dude?
Honestly, like, it's if you peep it... So it's not gonna be it's not a secret. I love mecha anime, mecha and sci-fi, right? That was a huge part of my nonsense. Adult Swim fed me, Adult Swim for the most part fed me, what is it called? Like the old Gundam Wing, G Gundam, that kind of nonsense all there. And then of course, like Cowboy Bebop.
So you were watching Gundam Wing on Adult Swim, not on Toonami?
A little bit of both, honestly, because it's not like I stopped watching Toonami after Adult Swim took up the block too. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, Adult Swim did their stint of anime. And of course, Toonami did a lot of anime too. But like that, and Cartoon Network basically fed me and raised me on, like, what was it? It was G Gundam, Gundam Wing, whatever other Gundams there are. There's like they did like 4 of them. I remember 4 very distinct Gundams back then. And then of course like Cowboy Bebop, right, which is the sickest vibe that I've ever seen in any anime in general.
Right.
And then we also had I also got stuck into Black Lagoon, which was
it the dub or the sub?
The dub in that case, because he
wow,
Adult Swim did that song, but both the dub and the sub are really good.
Yes, they are, but Black Lagoon has a really, really spicy and edgy English dub. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, it's very spicy, very edgy. Like I think Black Lagoon actually affected a lot of how I do my lore writing, because I'm not afraid to say, hey, crime and war kind of sucks sometimes. It's not a glamorous kind of thing. So that was probably a huge inspiration with that. But then there was, like, obviously I was a huge fan of, I think the one anime that doesn't fall under that entire, like, genre of cool space crime fantasy war stories and stuff like that was, I'm trying to remember. Little kid, wasn't a little kid, super smart, Conan the Detective.
Oh, that anime is so popular that there's a town in Japan that has like all kinds of stuff themed about it.
Yeah. Oh, secret rat fact. I was a big fan of Sailor Moon too. Detective.
I watched the first season of Sailor Moon. I started watching a bit more of R as well. I can't stand Chibiusa, but my god, is the ending of the first season dark.
Chibiusa's a bitch, but that's fine.
I can't stand Chibiusa. I can't stand her.
You can't stand that girl.
I also can't stand tsunderes. Okay, wait. Which kind of dere are you?
Oh, I threaten my chat all the time, so probably tsundere, to be honest.
I'm more of a dandere, or dere. I'm always happy-go-lucky, so like that. I can get really raunchy and get really mad about stuff, but I tried my best to be nice, but...
No, it's understandable. Me personally, I just really enjoy forcing some of my chat to go and generate random passwords for me.
What
and
the
it's
hell?
Very cool. What? You don't have that power either?
My chat. I guess not. Not. I'm a much smaller channel than you.
Understandable. Do you want a demonstration? Because it's really funny.
Go for it.
Excellent. Hey, Burkina. Burkimira. Hey. Don't make me taser balls. Back straight, meat. Because I know that boy's shrimping.
Oh man, I really wish.
Ow!
What the hell?
They fucking beat me up.
Okay.
It's a redeem on my channel. They just give me an uppercut.
I wish Tarth was here because you close your browser again, Burkina. Yeah, it happens.
Oh, see, there you go. We didn't get a password, but it did force Burke to go ahead and turn off his fucking stream. Evil and fucked up.
Oh my god! I am so glad that none of my guys have done any of the sound redemptions, because there's like a really funny one at the oh wait, where is it?
Fart reverb. Fart reverb max. Reverb.
No, it's not that. It's this one. Here. Oh, it's I'm not logged in. That's why they can't do it. Duh.
Ah, duh.
I always forget something. It's where the hell did I put it? My alerts, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, beat him up.
Ow. No, there's like a really, there's a, where is it? It's a custom, it's a custom one, that's right. I have to go to, here it is. Let's see if I can play it. No, that one probably didn't play. You guys probably didn't hear that one.
Probably not.
Hang on. Oh, I can just open it here. Okay, I'll do it this way. And it doesn't open. God dang it. How do I actually get this thing to play?
You can't win out here. You can't win.
I can't win at all. Hang on. Oh, wait, no. I'll just do it this way. I'll do it this way. It's the chicken Caesar salad one.
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay.
Hang on. I'm trying. There's always something goes wrong. Okay. Just mute that so I don't get the echo.
Streamer, beat this guy up.
No!
Beat this man up. I want him dead.
I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. You know, you said you did rant stuff. Did you ever watch any of the stuff from, like, the Spoony one back in the day? Oh,
yeah. I was a big fan of that.
You were part of the experiment? Oh my god. I used to watch his stuff all the time when I was a kid, and then he just kind of just faded away.
No, yeah, that happens to a lot of YouTubers and stuff like that. They get, because like, I think they mostly, a lot of hobbyist YouTubers were currently going to school at that time, right? And so there's just something to go and keep them busy while they were like doing their coursework and such, right?
Actually, so he had a real crash out, and there's a whole down the rabbit hole video about him. But here, I found it. Here it is. This is the one.
Hell yeah. Chicken Caesar salad. It's funny. It's good redeem. Good redeem.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sound alerts are fun. Anywho, but where was I? Where the fuck was I? Oh, we were talking about anime. Then we were talking about sound alerts and stuff. Oh, okay. I got an idea for you.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna go for I just had a really cracked out idea. If you like mecha anime, what if we did Smash or Pass with Gundams?
Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Let's see if I can find one. Hang on a second.
I'm gonna fuck that mech. I'm gonna fuck that mech. I'm gonna fuck that mech. That's all that I'm fucking the robot.
Smash or Pass, turn a Gundam. Hang on.
Turn a Gundam?
From turn a Gundam. No, I want like all of Gundam.
Tequila Gundam Smash or Pass. Smash. He's not gonna call me back, but you know. I respect.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I am gonna share. I'm gonna make a browser source, and we're gonna put this up. We're gonna do Smash or Pass with Gundam. Hang on a second.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's do. Wait. Hang on a second. Boom. Okay.
Oh. What are we looking at? This is gonna be on stream.
Yes.
Yeah. It's gonna be on stream. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah. I'm just adding a source here. I just need to put this here. Get the URL in there. Bam. Oh, it's not the same one. God dang it.
Oh, well, you'll get there.
Hang on. I just gotta... Hang on. Okay. So I'll do a